Well, Brent and Jamie, thanks for being here. And may I say, Brent, you look absolutely fantastic in your recovery. How close did we come to actually losing you?
Yeah, it wasn't too far off BT. The incident was quite scary at the time. I can't remember much of it. You know, I did have a skull fracture and yeah, I feel like I'm very lucky to be here with what I've gone through. But what I've been told is when I hit a teammate's knee that I was obviously concussed, knocked out, had blood coming out of my ear, and I was just got very aggressive, smeared all the blood on my face.
But he walked off the field as well, so everyone thought, oh, he's all right.
That's when they decided to call the ambulance because I started to go downhill.
Jamie, what about your recollections?
I was just sitting on the couch, it was my day off, and Emma, the player development manager, called and said, Brent's had a slight knock to the head, should be fine, but he might need a lift home later. And I was like, OK, no worries. So I hung up. 10 minutes later, we're on the way to the RA, we'll meet you there. So I hopped in my car just panicking and walked straight into emergency, and yeah, that was a sight. But as soon as I saw Brent, it was so scary. He was just looking up and I don't know why, I was so worried, sorry. They were asking him just all these questions and he just wasn't answering the right ones, and they were saying, clap your hands, and he was like, not too bad, and talking about, they said, do you know where you are? And do you know your name? And he was like, oh, the boys haven't been too bad, and talking about football, so he was not understanding any of the questions and just answering the wrong. And I was like, what's going on? Like, you know, you understand, don't be silly. Sort of, I didn't realise that it was going to be that bad, and it was. Then Brent's all of a sudden he's put his neck up like really high and to the right, and Tomo goes, is his neck okay like that? Because we were worried about his neck. And the lady said, oh, he looks to be comfortable, you know, we can move him if he seems uncomfortable. Then all of a sudden he starts having a seizure, and in front of us he's convulsing, and obviously I just break down, and that's when they say, Jane, please leave. It was like out of a movie. It was horrible.
So you remember nothing of this?
He has no idea.
No idea, BT.
Having been told about what happened, how do you sit with it all?
Yeah, it's pretty scary to hear it. I'm probably glad I wasn't around to know what was going on.
Once the surgery had been done, they came in and the doctor was I was waiting for that. He's going to be fine. They just said it went as well as could be expected. We don't know how he'll be. We don't know if his speech will come back. We don't know how long it will take, if it will. We don't know if he can move his hands and legs. You know, basically all of this. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, just panicking. We don't know if he will know you when you walk in. And I'm thinking, what do you mean? You know. Anyway, once I was allowed to see him, I walked in and, oh, my God, he looked at me and went, he's got this huge bandage around his head. It's all swollen, black and blue, and he's going, hi, darling. And I just went, oh, thank God. You know, it was such a relief. That was a nice moment.
It's been reported, Brent, that this was a skull fracture, but there was brain surgery involved. Yeah,
well, they didn't really know what I've actually done to my brain.
Until they got in there.
Until they got in there. It was obviously severely bruised, not only this side, but also the right-hand side from
when he got hit.
Where I got impacted, and it was just severely concussed and severely bruised.
The Bell's palsy, Brent, how long did you have that for?
Probably until the Wednesday after the surgery on the Monday. I just felt like I couldn't move my left-hand side of my face, and I could feel it, but I just couldn't move it, and I had a bit of a lisp going on, and
everything was one-sided.
Yeah, and I just couldn't. I was smiling a bit like that, a bit like Popeye, and it didn't really start getting better. It was probably 3 weeks after, and that was during that 3-week period. I was thinking, is this my face going to be like this forever? I think just the care and support that you need when times are bad. You've got a lot of people out there that care about you. The footy club's been great. The support staff, the players, past players, the AFL community, AFLPA, the list goes on, friends, family. The support we've had has been overwhelming.
You're still suffering any effects at all?
Yeah, I still am prone to have seizures, maybe for the rest of my life. Still not sure yet. Still got a bit of fluid in between my brain and my skull. that has to disappear. They think it will.
They say at the moment you're a bit like me, you're not allowed to think too much.
Exactly right, BT. Yeah, I still do my brain training every day at home. I had a speech therapist come around to my house twice a week, trying to get my speech to work properly. My memory was still a little bit phased, but that's gradually coming back.
And what's the next phase in your lives?
Yeah, well,
On my back about kids. No,
yeah.
well,
Kids is always something that I've wanted to do for a while now since we got married, and I guess it's hard to sort of know what I want to do because I've got to be careful how much I do. Yeah, it all depends, mate. I'm not sure yet.
Brent, I must say you look absolutely fantastic at the moment. You don't look like you've had any injury at all. So well done on your recovery, and let's hope that continues.
Thanks, BT.
Thank you.